guys. Nancy Slager, Accelerated Geology. Just wanted to talk a little to you about some of the stuff we've been looking at this week so far. This is the CK12 document I had you look at over continental drift, and this is one of the theories that, according to Alfred Wegener, he kind of developed this theory that at one point all of the continents as we know them today could have been one large landmass called Pangaea or Pangea. Alfred Wegener was trying to figure out why there were different fossils, similar fossils on different continents, and he kept looking at all the continental pieces of the map in the early 1900s. And he noticed that you could kind of slide them together and they might fit together like a jigsaw puzzle. And so that was his theory of continental drift, that at some point all the continents may have been one large supercontinent, but they could have drifted apart over the surface of the planet. The problem at that point in time is that he did not have any idea about how to describe what would have caused that drift pattern of the continents. But his support of that theory that all the continents could have been one large supercontinent was because of the way they fit together. Here they are now, and you can kind of follow the outlines of them. They kind of could have possibly fit together at one point. That's a theory. And the reason he thought that was a theory is that there are similar fossils on different continents in the same layers of the earth. And it would have been too far for those animals to have traveled by water had the continents originally been not closer together. So the distribution of fossils is one of the reasons why he thought that the continents may have at one point been together or closer, because there's no way some of these animals could have traveled over the oceans to reach other continents. And here's a map that shows distribution of some of these reptiles and animals where they are found on different continents. Not only did he look at the plant and animal reptile fossils, he also looked at the type of rock. And some of the mountain ranges on one continent kind of match up to the similar rock and structure on another continent. So he also hypothesized that they may have been closer together because they have similar mountain ranges and structure and what their makeup is. Also, he found that mostly warm tropical climates are found near the equator. Glaciers are mostly found near the poles. And he also assumed that those things were true in the past. He looked at evidence from ancient glaciers. Usually they're found in very cold climates. However, there was some evidence of some of them possibly being in warmer climates. He also found that tropical coral reefs are usually found in warm waters only. But he found that there were different ancient coral and coal plant deposits in different continents where they really probably shouldn't be today. So that gave him an indication that the continents might have moved. So he made an observation, which is part of the scientific method, that some of the continents look like puzzle pieces that could fit together and that they possibly drifted apart. So what was the scientific question that Wegener asked? His scientific question probably could have been that did all the continents at one point in time form a supercontinent? And then he went about how to describe how they possibly could have separated. The evidence was that they could have been one supercontinent because of similar fossils, similar climatic zones in the rock that the rock indicated, different rocks, similar rocks on different continents, And so therefore he had different evidences to support his theory that the continents may have drifted apart from one large supercontinent. And then I had you watch the videos. Okay. And so, anyway, this whole excerpt was based upon the reason that they thought the continents may have drifted apart from one large supercontinent. But the problem was he didn't gain a lot of traction with this because he didn't know of a method in the earth that could have caused them to move. And that's the next part of the study for right now is we're going to talk about plate tectonics, which is how the plates of the earth, which is what the continents sit on, actually shift on the surface of the earth. And had Wegener had access to that information, he could have better supported his theory of continental drift. Okay, guys, I'm going to stop here because I can't do too long of videos because they won't load. All right, thanks.